Hello. Hi, Glenna. So, I've been cleaning out quite a bit around here. Hi, and I thought I would share. I've never been so excited about organizing in my life. Now, this room had better natural light, but the window just told me that the sun went down in the last 2 minutes while I was getting set up. And it's below zero today, and it was sunny though. We didn't get a lot of snow, and it's going to dip way down tonight. So the house is really cold. So my plan to cope with that was to bake some sourdough bread and turn the oven on and warm up the kitchen and house. So what have I been up to today? A lot of organizing, a lot of it. I've been watching Tidying Up on Netflix, but I've also read that book several years ago. I've read Gretchen Rubin's Happiness Project, which had a lot about tidying up. And I also am reading Clutterbug. Has a book, a website, and a program. I am starting to read the book, and if you take the Clutterbug quiz, you're one of 4 insects. And I am a ladybug. I like to have everything shoved in a drawer, just like I showed yesterday. And now I'm working on organizing it in a simple, overall, easy way. So before I show that, I want to show you what I found in some of the organizing of the drawer and pulling things out and looking at it. So let me show you what I found that is a UFO that won't stay a UFO for much longer. I found my tatted lace. I like to do a lot of tatting, and I bought this beautiful, it's from Moda, I'm sure, but it's a tea towel. And you buy it by the yard, and you can cut off, any length. And I specifically tatted this to be as wide as this tea towel. And I thought, well, maybe I'll do it as a gift. And look at, there we go. I got it so messed, and the drawer was so messy, I had forgotten about it. And so now that I have my brand new thimble, I can easily hem this and hand stitch this on. Now I liked this gold color with this lime green. But all the tatting my grandmothers did, and great-grandmothers, really, it was all my great-grandmas, they did was white because it was called fancy work, and they put it on everything. The other thing I wanted to share is I've been playing with Electric Quilter 8, and this is the hand-piece quilt along, all the blocks that they have revealed. And you can see that Patty of Elm Street Quilts has hers set on point. And I like it on point. I wonder if I can get the picture bigger on my tablet. But there's a lot of open space, but out here, and that big, hi Alice, that big space out here scared me with that big bias triangle. So I'm thinking about, been playing with Electric Quilter 8. I got it last year and I haven't mastered it. But I thought maybe this would be fun. I like all the stars in the corners and in the center, and then the other blocks around, and then having a lot more space. So this is the hand-piece quilt-alongs. They've already revealed all the blocks, and I was just goofing around thinking I like to play around with the settings. I'll put these blocks up on the design while I make a final decision on the fly, as I normally do. So in my big organizational cleaning, I found my yard of tea towel fabric that I've never finished, and I'm going to sew my tatted lace on. And you're not going to believe this. I found a cup that was a ceramic cup that was broken, and in the drawer that I showed yesterday were all my crochet hooks and a few double points, as well as a stitch holder. Are you ready for the big reveal? So yesterday I opened up the drawer. Hi, Shelley. And it was so full of stuff that you couldn't even see what was in it. So start the drum roll. Look at that. I actually organized it. Now, back here it's still a little wild, but I have that in a bag because it's oil. I decided the stapler is going to stay here, and I don't even know. This is for knitting, and if you've never, you got to have this handy. This was in a sewing kit I inherited. It's a drawstring restringer. The string thing is amazing if you can find it. This is my drawer. I did get it all in little containers. Oh, I'm just so surprised. Over here is my rotary blades that I couldn't find the other day. I need to figure out a pen and pencil system. I'm probably going to get another cup or cup holder, and these are some buttons, antique buttons. So they're still in a bag. I need to find another little cup. But I put all my bobbins in here, beads in here, and I have needle. These are buckles, all buckles. The needles are up here. But then I have all my pins there. So how did the next drawer? You can see my orphan black drawer is still a mess. But look at this. This is so much better. I have my glue gun on top, and I put the paints here in the corner, and I'm so proud of this. I've never had an organization system that worked. So for those who are just, I know, Alice, I realize my office doesn't have a space in it right now because it's full of remodeling stuff, and eventually it's going to be relocated there. So my other reveal is that what I have for future reorganization is I bought this at IKEA, and it is a macrame, just rings. I'm going to hang it up here. It's just rings. And I thought, now wouldn't that be something fun to either hang fabrics on or to use it for scarves and maybe mittens? I might put that on my IKEA ring. But in my OCD to rip the tag off, I gotta repair it. I just clipped the threads. These are still intact, but I gotta fix that. And why is Santa still there? Because when they emptied out the space for the renovation, my Christmas ornaments are not reachable. So the next IKEA thing I have is this calyx system. And it's really nice. It's got 8 bins that are really large. So my next thing to do is to go through my fabrics a little bit. And I have them just mashed in there. But what I want to do is kind of organize them a little bit. Not too organized. I am not a super organized person. But there's like, some of these pieces need to be donated. And some pieces just need to be organized, like maybe solids, modern, fat quarters, yardage, something like that. But Marie Kondo, if you've not been watching Tidying Up, she has inspired me, and the house is actually almost done with renovating, but it's also spurred me on to become a minimalist. Yeah, I guess I am going to say, Shelley, I am becoming a minimalist, or more of a minimalist, but getting things in order, because like this project had been kind of lost at the bottom, and I almost bought double things that were already here in this drawer. Why waste time and money? So if you haven't bought one, I'm going to tell you I spent $12 at Walmart this afternoon. I'm not going to go out in the kitchen and show you, but if you want to see it, it's in my stories on Instagram and Facebook as a can organizer. It saves so much space, and one of my friends told me about it. So I just want to end with, I'm really happy it's coming along. On the surface, things always get worse before they get better as far as organizing goes. And if you have any great ideas for organizing, or if you see something in my space that you have a tip for me, please put it in the comments, because I'd love to hear your tips on being organized, keeping your craft room organized, because I'm finding the more that I have it set up and easy to reach, then it's much easier to be creative. So please leave your comments. I'm going to try to do a group live weekly, and we'll do the best we can on it with different schedules and people getting the flu. And I've had the cold for quite a few times. So overall, thanks everybody for stopping in and watching. Now I'm going to go and watch the second half of the New Orleans Saints football game because it's, playoff time, and I am a big football fan. I still root for the Lions, and they had an absolutely hideous season. So I'm going to put my allegiance toward the New Orleans Saints. So everybody, have a good night, and thank you for joining.